What if you woke up one morning and found you'd been reborn as a Giganotosaurus? Could you survive and kill your way to the top of the modern food chain? But here's the catch. You don't wake up as the monster from the documentaries. You wake up as a hatchling, 5 feet long, maybe 30 pounds. You are the largest land hunter that will ever live, and right now, you would fit in the back of a pickup truck. You open your eyes on frozen grass, on a wind that smells like nothing in your memory, in a world that has no idea what you are going to become. The first breath you take here is wrong, too thin, too cold. Your body was built for a warm, wet Patagonia that died 100 million years ago, and this open steppe is freezing, and the wind never stops. The cold sinks into you, and everything slows down. Your legs, your eyes, your thoughts. And underneath the cold, there is something worse. Hunger, a furnace in your chest that the cold is trying to put out, and the only way to keep it lit is to kill something, fast. You see your first prey within the hour, a guanaco, tall and lean, watching you from across the grass. Every instinct you have says charge, so you charge. And here is the first thing this world teaches you. Your eyes sit on the sides of your head. You can see almost everything around you at once, the whole horizon, but you cannot judge a single point of distance to save your life. The guanaco doesn't even run hard. It just drifts sideways at the last second, and your jaws snap shut on cold air, and your sprint dies in seconds, because even small, you cannot corner. You stand there shaking, having spent heat you do not have, on nothing. That night, you smell blood and follow it, and you make your second mistake. A fresh guanaco carcass, still warm, and you are too hungry to ask why it was abandoned. You are halfway to it when the rock ledge above you comes alive. A puma, smaller than you, but everything you are not. Silent, precise. It drops onto your back, and its claws open 4 lines down your shoulder before you even turn your head. You scream, you spin, you snap, and it is already gone. Watching you from the rocks, unbothered, you crawl into a thorn bush and bleed and listen to it eat the meal that was supposed to be yours. Lesson 1 in the modern world. You are not the biggest thing here yet. Pride gets you killed. Days of starving teach you the lesson that saves your life. You finally corner a sick guanaco against a gully wall, and you do what your instinct screams. You bite down to hold it, to crush it the way a tyrant would, and you can't. Your jaws are not built for that. Even full-grown, your bite is a third as strong as the tyrant lizards of the north. You are not a crusher, so you stop trying. The next time your teeth come down, you don't hold. You drag. Your teeth are thin, flat blades with serrated edges, and they open the guanaco's flank like a knife through canvas. It runs. You let it. You follow the smell of blood at a walk, patient until its legs fold under it in the grass. That is the day you understand what you are. You do not crush things. You open them, and you let them bleed, and you follow. After that, you grow, and you do not stop growing. There is no ceiling in your blood. You find the valleys out of the wind. You lie in the morning sun until the furnace catches and your body works again. The wide open ground that fooled your eyes when you were small now belongs to you, because now you are the thing watching the whole horizon, and nothing crosses it without you seeing. The slicing bite that started as a weakness becomes the most efficient kill on the steppe. By your third winter, you are bigger than anything that walks here. You stop hunting Lona guanaco and start taking the feral horses that run wild across the plains, animals 3 times the weight of the puma that once shamed you. You open one flank in a single pass and let the cold and the blood do the rest. And the puma, the one that once peeled your shoulder open. One winter morning, you walk up on its kill, and out of old habit, it holds its ground. Ears flat, a low warning buzzing in its throat. The same threat that once sent you bleeding into a thorn bush. This time, you don't flinch. You step over its kill, straight into its space, and when it springs for your face the way it always used to win, you just turn your head and take it on the slab of your jaw. The claws that once opened your shoulder skid off your hide like nothing. Then you answer, not even a real bite, just a sideways snap, and the sheer weight behind it throws the cat off its feet and rolls it across the frozen ground. It scrambles up, stunned, sides heaving, and for one long second, the two of you simply stare at each other. Then it breaks. It abandons its kill, the meal it once stole from you while you starved, and bolts for the rocks without looking back. For the first time, the hunter that humiliated you is the one running, and you lower your head to the carcass it left behind, and you eat. But this world does not let you have an easy ending. She is a mother. Somewhere in those rocks, she has 3 near-grown cubs. What you took from her was not just a meal, it was the last food in the valley, and a whole winter of your kills has left her family with nothing. The worst storm of the year comes down sideways, white and screaming, and it shrinks your wide horizon to a few feet of swirling snow. You are standing over a fresh guanaco when the rocks above you come alive. Not with one shape this time. 4. The mother comes first, the same scarred cat that opened your shoulder on your very first night, the one you humiliated and drove off her own kill. She is here because her cubs are starving, and you are the reason. And a cornered mother spends her life without hesitating. She lands on your skull exactly as she did before, claws hooking for your eye. But this time it does not matter that you are ready, because while you are throwing her off, the other 3 hit you from the 3 directions you cannot watch at once. This is the one problem your body was never built to solve. Your eyes see the whole horizon and judge no single distance. And now there are 4 points of attack, and you can lock onto none of them. One cub opens the back of your leg. Another rakes down your flank. The third tears the soft line under your jaw. Everywhere you turn, the place you just left erupts behind you. You bleed from a dozen seams at once. For the first time since you were a hatchling shaking in the cold, you feel the math tilting the wrong way, not because any one of them can kill you, but because together they can bleed you until the storm finishes the job. And for a few terrible seconds, you are losing. Then a cub gets greedy. The young one at your flank stays in half a second too long. You don't lunge. You drop your whole weight sideways and roll, and 8 times its mass comes down across it, and something inside the cub gives. It drags itself out from under you, hindquarters no longer answering, and hauls its broken body away into the white, not dead, but out of the fight. The others feel it land. The second cub flinches, and a flinch is all your blade teeth need. One tearing arc opens its shoulder to hip, and it spins off into the storm on a ruined leg, screaming. Now there is only the mother and one half-grown cat still on their feet in a circle of red snow, and both of them finally understand the thing you understood years ago. This is not prey anymore, but you are not finished. The hatchling they tormented is gone. You lower your torn head, half blind on one side, bleeding from everywhere, and you go forward and you drive straight at the mother, the old rival, the first thing in this world that ever made you bleed. She tries the move that has saved her 100 times, the sideways slip into your blind side, and those wide, horizon-spanning eyes, the eyes that betrayed you as a hatchling, catch her doing it, because you have spent your entire life learning exactly where the edge of your own vision ends. You turn into the gap before she gets there. The blades come down, and the cat that ruled this step before you, that opened your shoulder on your first freezing night, folds into the snow at your feet and does not get up. The last cub runs and does not look back, vanishing into the storm with its broken family. Behind it, the valley belongs to one animal, standing in a churned ring of red snow, bleeding from a dozen wounds, half its face and one flank torn open, swaying but upright. You did not win this clean. You will carry these scars for the rest of your life, but the last thing the old rulers of the cold ever see is you, still coming. After that, the steppe rearranges itself around you without a fight. The guanaco herds change their routes to avoid your valley. The condors stop circling and start following, waiting on your leftovers. The smaller cats go quiet. Nothing has been wiped out. They have all simply decided, the way living things always do, that this corner of the world is no longer worth the risk. And then something new starts watching you. A camera bolted to a fence post catches a shape moving through the dark that is far too big to be anything they have a name for. A drone hums over a ridge and films a silhouette that should not exist. Sheep gone overnight, fences torn open, slash wounds on cattle that no puma could make. You do not understand any of this, and you do not care. But for the first time since you fell out of that rift, something is looking back at you and writing it down.